What is up, everyone? It is the Mad King Paradox that's bringing you the latest Pokemon Sun and Moon information. We got a big haul today, so I'm going to just try and get through it as much as possible. First off is one that was received in the Japanese trailer, but not the American trailer, and that is a potential evolution for Cutiefly. And as usual, I'm techno-tarded, so I can't post pictures over here where you all can see them. But if you go to Cerebi.net and follow the link that's there for the latest trailer, you'll see exactly what it is I'm talking about, so you can follow along if you want. But yes, this is a screenshot that was taken from the Japanese trailer of you potentially catching what looks like a variant of Cutiefly evolution. So we're waiting to see more on that later on. And next up is pretty much the theme they went with this trailer that I'm going to be talking about in detail at the end. And this is a Pokemon by the name of Type Null. That is its actual name. It is a normal type with the Battle Armor ability, and it is a synthetic Pokemon, meaning that it's man-made. And it was supposed to rival that of mythological Pokemon. Again, I will talk to that in a minute. The next one is a Dragon type by the name of Jangmo-U. I'm not certain how to pronounce that correctly. It is a Dragon-type Pokemon with the bulletproof or soundproof ability, and it kind of gives me a Rampardos feel to it because of the way its head is shaped and the way it has like the thing on its head that it uses for offensive and defensive purposes. But I'm waiting for the evolution of it to see exactly where they go with it because it looks like it'd be pretty interesting. And then, of course, we get the Alolan version of Raticate. We got the Alolan version of Rattata last trailer. Now we're getting Raticate. It retains its dark and normal attribute and still the same Gluttony and Hustle abilities, but you can tell that Gluttony is its main ability because this thing looks like it's just doing the Chubby Buddy challenge at all times. Now, moving on from that, we got one of the gimmicks between Sun and Moon, that they are always 12 hours apart. Pokemon Sun takes place during the day, while Moon takes place 12 hours later at night. And of course there are variants between the two, primarily the fact that some of the totem Pokemon differ between the versions. Like, the one for Sun is Gumshoes for one, while the other one is Alolan Raticate. Then we come to the Aether Foundation, a foundation that I'm not exactly putting a lot of faith behind, because anything that... Just say the name Aether Foundation and tell me if anything good comes to mind. I'll wait. Nothing? Alright, let's continue. Again, this is going to tie into Type Null later on. But we found out some of its members. Its glamorous president, Luzamine, its branch chief, Faba, its assistant branch chief, Wiki, or Wicca, or Wick, and then the scrubs, who are just the employees. And then we also got another member of Team Skull, whose name is Gladion, who is a Team Skull enforcer. This guy looks like he would be a downright enforcer. He just looks like the guy who's much higher tiered above just the grunts. So, yes, I'll be talking about that later on. One of the big news that we got with this one is that you can use the Poke Finder to take photos of Pokemon you meet in the game. This is pretty much Pokemon Snap in Sun and Moon. You take pictures, you get evaluated for them, and you get bonuses the more points you rack up. This is either their way of putting Pokemon Snap in games to get us to shut up about it, or they're testing the waters with this and potentially making a Pokemon Snap 2, which I would really hope they would, because it's been too long without a sequel. And then the one that everybody is talking about. You would think they'd be talking about the Snap version more. No. They're talking about the latest Pokemon that was revealed at the end of the trailer, which is now considered an Ultra Beast. UB-01 is its code name. It is an Ultra Beast Pokemon that all we know about is the fact that it's an Ultra Beast, one of Ultra Beasts, and its appearance, I have to admit, everyone says this looks like, what was her name? Lily? Lilith? Lily. Everyone says it looks like Lily. And if you look at UB-01 and you look at Lily, you can see the resemblance. So, a lot of people are saying that this and her are the same being, because it states in its description that it moves like a young girl and it can camouflage itself at any time. So, this is the point where I'm going to be talking about the theme of this trailer, because my brain was racking the whole time Sun and Moon was introduced. Why would Perfect Form Zygarde need to be here? Think about it. Perfect Form Zygarde is supposed to be the one who comes in and makes things right. He is the order Pokemon, and if things are out of order, he comes in and sets it right. Type Null, a synthetic Pokemon. You have Team Skull and the Aether Foundation, who are complete opposites, clashing every so often, apparently. And now you have Ultra Beasts running around that apparently are man-made as well. I'm not entirely certain if they're man-made or not. But you have the Aether Foundation looking into them. So, my thought is, the reason Perfect Form Zygarde is coming into the Alola region is not only to do with the legendaries, which a lot of people are assuming Marshadow, I believe is the name the community has given the third legendary up until it's revealed. Not only to deal with him, but to deal with what happens between Team Skull and the Aether Foundation regarding these Ultra Beasts and Type Null. It can't be a coincidence that we have synthetic and or lab-oriented Pokemon being introduced in this generation along with having to go with Zygarde. Because, I forgot to mention this, but there was also a side thing that you can do because of the Aether Foundation, where they give you a Zygarde core, and you go around the Alola region and you find Zygarde cells. So, it's hard to tell if it's a mini side mission or something you have to do to progress the story, but you can find pieces of Zygarde. Zygarde is confirmed to be in Alola, and now you have Type Null, who is created to be on par with that of mythological Pokemon, and now these Ultra Beasts running around, and Team Skull and the Aether Foundation doing whatever it is they're doing. So something tells me that the balance in the Alola region is going to be severely out of order. And thus, that's why Zygarde has to come in, go into his perfect form, and set things right. That's my assumption going by this trailer alone. My question is, where are the other legendaries, like the Totem Pole legendaries? Because Tapu Koko can't be the only one. Where's this potential Marshadow, or whatever his official name is going to be, fit into all of this? What is going to happen between Team Skull and Aether Foundation? And then what's going to happen with the rest of these Ultra Beasts? Because one Ultra Beast is apparently this side character, who is an assistant for the professor. He has to know. What about the other Ultra Beasts? Can they camouflage as well? Are they going to be on par with the legendaries? We don't know. We have to sit back and ponder this until we get information. So, that's pretty much me just rambling. I didn't want to make this too long because, again, I don't have facts to prove it up. I don't have anything outside of this trailer to go and talk about it. But those are just things I'm going to be wondering about for the next while. So, until then, this is the Mad King Paradox S signing off, and I will see you all either when there's new information being brought, or if I think of something regarding the theories and thoughts I had at the end of this discussion. So, I will see you all next time.